Hi, I'm Neil Barker and welcome to my guide on complete strip and reassembly of the iPhone 4. Right, first we start off with our iPhone 4, nice little carbon sticker on the rear there, but apart from that, standard iPhone 4. First thing we come across, obviously, the little two screws in the bottom. Now the earlier models of the iPhone 4, they have the crosshead screwdrivers and screws in, and that's what we've got here. But the later iPhone 4 and now the iPhone 4S have the Torx, the sort of the five-star screws. So what we can do, I mean, ours is the Phillips, so we sell all the tools on our website. So we've got the sort of the standard Torx, just like the 1 or 2 use only ones, and we've got the professional Torx screwdrivers that you can use a lot if you're a repairer or you want to do it more often. Obviously these, we've got small Phillips screwdrivers as well, the crosshead type. So we remove these two bottom screws and they lift out like so. Dead easy to get into, but obviously, as you remember, you know, if you've got the Torx screws or the Phillips, then get the tool to suit. But we do emphasise that on our site. So right, once that's out, it's dead easy to do. You've got the rear casing, you've got the two screws out there. We're just going to put the thumb on the back. We're just going to push it towards the top. There we go. Comes up by about 3 or 4 mil at the top, goes that way, and then what we're looking to do then is just literally lift it this end, and it should come off like so. So there you go, there's the rear casing of the iPhone 4 off. There we go, it exposes the internals of the iPhone 4. Obviously it must insist that you turn the whole thing off first before you do anything else, and you run the sort of the standard anti-static requirements before you do it, because if you put your fingers in there and you've got static, you're going to damage it. So we'll put the parts to one side, but that's the rear casing off. So if you're replacing the rear casing, that's it, simple as that. You get the new rear casing, you slide it on, and then away you go. Last but not least, obviously we've got our rear casing. It's just worth giving it a rub, and like I said, when you repair these, when you fit your new casings or your new covers, your new screens, always check on the sort of the back and the front for any clear. They'll tend to be a clear patch over there to stop, you know, like a dust-free cover on the back of the lens as well as the front of the lens, and there'll probably be a clear cover that goes over this little graphite strip as well. Okay, peel all that off, as well as obviously on the other side. But yeah, final thing is just to give it a wipe, make sure there's no dust in the camera lens, give it a blowout, and yeah. So the rear cover goes in pretty much where it sets off, with a 2-inch gap, or 2mm gap there. It sits down. You can see it's flush and it's sat into the phone, and then all you do is you just push it down. Push it down, put downward force there, and then slide it back. And what you'll see then is that the rear casing is actually slid down towards the phone. Last but not least, obviously the two screws in the bottom, and we can put those in Phillips or Torx depending on what sort of screws you've got. One last thing, obviously, as you change the screen, just remember there's a clear, sometimes coloured backing on the back of the screen as well before you put them in. So remember to take that off, because there's not enough space for that clear protector and you end up with a marked screen on the back. But yeah, just be aware. And yeah, so you have it. So once we rebuilt the iPhone 4, I don't know if give it a bit of a clean. And there we have it. Obviously powered it up, but the battery's it's got no juice in it, typical. But yeah, so we have a sort of fully disassembled and reassembled iPhone 4. All the buttons work. Yeah, there we go. Remember, thanks for watching my guide. Have a good listen to it. It's too late now, you probably already have, but yeah, take heed. Take all the little bits of knowledge that other people don't tell you that I've dropped in there. And also all the tools, things like the ISSMO tools, all the screwdriver sets, the tweezers, you know, all available on our site. You know, you can't beat these tools, and the ISSMO is just one of the best. So yeah, all the tools, all the parts, all of the knowledge, and all the help on our website. So I'm Neil Barker, and thanks for watching this rather lengthy iPhone 4 repair guide.